the Georgia Peach, the gorgeous goat, the host with the most. I hope you're doing well today, my little bugs. As always, staying centered, staying positive, keeping your eyes on the prize. Without further ado, we're going to get in here with my girl, Mystic Tory, with an urgent message. Y'all know what to do. Go over there, like, share, subscribe to it, okay?
Hi, my loves. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really hope that you are having a beautiful and an amazing day. This is a timeless collective reading for all signs. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for all of your continued love and support. I really appreciate it. As I said, this is a timeless reading. Keep in mind, time is an illusion, all right? Energy is fluid. Whatever comes out in this reading could be your story, or this could be the story of someone else who may be in your energy or your environment, knowingly or unknowingly. This could be related to something in the past. It could be a current event, or this could be a future prediction, all right? Only take what resonates with you. Whatever comes out in the reading, it could all be connected, or it could be several different energies, okay, just to bring you some type of clarity and awareness. The roles could be reversed. He could be a she could be a he. Please do not pay attention to the signs mentioned alone. Pay attention to the energy, all right? So I first just want to say, I didn't do a reading on yesterday, but because I wanted to take some time out to process something. There's a lot of the energy from the recent new moon. There was a lot of things that was done. There was a lot of third eye blockages that were sent out, a lot of chaos, conflict, illusions, you guys know. But there's a very specific message that I have for you guys. Do not be afraid or delayed at all by whatever energy has been sent out. The high vibing energy of love and light is going to cancel out a lot of the negative energy that has been sent out. A lot of people have, because we're in this new cosmic year, this is Aries season, there's a major shift happening within just all of us, whether male or female. The masculine energy, it's the beginning, okay? This is that alpha energy, Aries season. You need to stay as positive and optimistic as possible at this time. Yes, there's spell work, there's illusions, there's lies, there's gossip, slander. Those things will always be in the world, okay? You're going to have to learn how to still move forward and not allow that to affect you, because that is what the enemy wants you to do. There's an energy for sure, like this Leviathan spirit like energy. And I've been saying, we're not fighting against people, you guys. This is not just flesh. These are spirits and principalities and entities that many people are fighting in order to cross over into their birthright and their new beginning. A lot of people that you deal with, they're carrying these entity attachments, okay? Very much stuck like in pride and ego. You can look up the Leviathan spirit, but that's one of the spirits that, you know, it has come up several times over over the last year or so on the channel. But I see that energy is attacking a lot of people in the collective once again, and it's normally an energy that comes in right when people are about to really, really grow and evolve and heal and move on to the next level. It's sort of like that energy of a like a python. It'll weigh you down, and it you know, it's very slow to move, okay? Very slow, very strategic. But if you are dealing with pride or ego or stubbornness or anything like that, it's easy for this energy to attach itself to you. So, you know, if you have shadow aspects of yourself that need healing, work on it. But if you have people around you who are very much stuck in their shadow, especially those people who are like energy vampires, very narcissistic, it makes it even easier for this type of energy to attach itself to you. So for several weeks now, I've been saying you need to renounce yourself from any contracts, you know, promises, pacts, agreements. You know, for some people, you may want to do cord cutting, whatever ritualistic practice, or you simply just praying that you no longer want to be tied into certain groups or whatever, because the old saying, birds of a feather flock together, and it's very easy for people to be considered guilty by association. A lot of people in the collective now, these energies who cannot go with you, they are trying to find ways to tie you into their darkness and their madness, because you're able to walk away freely. But as I said before, make sure that you have your freedom papers in the right place, okay? Because some of you have been involved with people and in a state in your time in your life when you may not have been as awakened, as conscious, or aware as you are now. You dealt with people who you don't need to be dealing with, and you need to stand firmly on that right now, because I'm getting a lot of retaliation like energy, and people are trying to block third eyes and crown chakras, because they really don't want you to be enlightened about the truth of what they've done. These people are still trying to find any way possible to move into a new chapter of life with you. This isn't just a new year. This is like a clearing that has happened recently of 20 plus years of karma. So, for many of you, this is friends, this is family, these are generational hexes and curses, karmic relationships, karmic friendships. Some of you, I don't know exactly when Mercury retrograde starts, but it seems like we've been in an intense Mercury retrograde lately, because the past is coming back to try and haunt you, and to pull you back into it. A lot of you, you're dealing with people, and they are kings and queens in the kingdom of darkness. They are forever tied to darkness, and they have no chance of seeing the light of day. They're trying very hard to get you somehow trapped. All right, so be very discerning, you guys. Like I said, a lot of times, just be mindful not to be seduced, because as I've been saying, especially the last 2 or 3 weeks, the devil is working very hard to try and seduce the minds of people in the collective to play on whatever you feel is some type of issue, obstacle, or challenge in your life, and especially your emotions. Please try to be as grounded, as focused, as analytical and logical, and honestly as masculine as you can be at this time. You need to be taking action, not in a place of sitting still and being stuck in your head and your emotions, because the Leviathan spirit, which is almost like a python, it's going to weigh you down. You need to stay in constant motion. So I just looked down, and both of these decks here, I have the Four of Wands at the bottom. There's something here to celebrate, but what the enemy is going to do is really make you think that that you don't have anything to celebrate. Seven of Pentacles, you've already planted a lot of really great seeds. You're about to receive your harvest. This is your new cosmic year, okay? But the enemy wants you to feel like there's absolutely nothing for you to celebrate. And if you allow yourself to be tricked and seduced by the enemy, you will not receive this celebration, all right? So let's just see. Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you, I don't care what it looks like right now. The Ace of Pentacles is the first card out. The Four of Wands was at the bottom of two different decks here. This deck does not have the Magician card because it was broken. I had said I was going to throw this deck away, but for me, I feel like this is a good deck for me to hold on to. The Magician card is broken because I've had this deck for several years, and for a lot of people, you've been going through karmic situations. The head of this Leviathan spirit that has been trying to attach itself and break everyone down and slow you down, it has already been cut. We're just experiencing like a lot of the aftermath, but it doesn't stop these different entities, groups, spirits, or whatever for still trying to strike once again. But look at, oh my God, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. This Three of Swords energy is behind you. You're being healed. So that energy of feeling heartbroken, paranoid, like you can't trust anybody here, you've already mastered yourself. The Eight of Pentacles is here. You've put in a lot of work for you to have a new beginning in your finances, your career, stability, security, self-love, love of life. Okay, somebody here is devastated and disappointed because, like I said, the Four of Wands is here. You are going to have an opportunity to celebrate. There's something that you've been working to manifest, and it's coming into fruition for you. So do not allow anything at all to make you think otherwise. I do feel like for some of you, you may receive some type of news. Don't be easily shaken or stirred by anything that comes your way. It's just something. Yeah, five of swords here. It's just a way to kind of get you thrown off of being in this very grounded, stable type of energy. The best way for you to make sure that none of the spiritual or energetic or even psychic attacks work against you right now is for you to stay in a very grounded, stable energy where you are focusing on loving yourself, loving other people. Okay, continue to do whatever you're doing to master yourself. The Four of Cups here. Someone here is somebody is upset that you did miss an opportunity. I felt for sure that somebody here had some type of plan, plot, or scheme, and they've invested a lot in trying to project some type of energy towards you so that you would um fall victim to whatever this plan is so that they could have you stuck. Okay, this is only to have you in an illusion, but see, you saw the truth about this energy here, this low vibrational energy. This here it is. That's that devil. This is that Leviathan spirit, Jezebel spirit, incubus, succubus, whatever it is. You seen the truth about this. And if you notice now, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and here is the Ten of Pentacles. Talk about a breakthrough. It's here because you mastered something within yourself that was trying to attach. There was some type of entity trying to attach to something that you may have been struggling with at some point. You know, it could have been codependency. It could have been, you know, anything, whatever shadow aspect of yourself there was. Someone here, I'm really feeling like somebody has been honestly in somebody's like Akashic records, trying to figure out the truth of who you are, figuring out the truth of where you come from, what is in your life. This could be someone also getting a lot of tarot readings on you or something like that. Someone here has been researching and studying you, trying very hard to figure out the best way to seduce you. It's the Leviathan spirit. It's like a snake, okay? And if you know, like in the Bible, if you look it up, the Leviathan spirit is like definitely something that's part of like a marine spirit. It's in the marine kingdom. It's like this huge snake-like creature that lives underwater. Water obviously is all things mysterious. It's emotions. You have people around you, whether it's friends, family, and especially lovers, who are carrying this type of this energy of that Leviathan-like spirit, and you need to get very far away from it. Okay, it could be your job, it could be friends, family, lovers, whatever. But some of you, there's been shadow aspects, like I said, of yourself that this spirit was able to attach to. Now that you're healing, it can't feed off of you anymore. That doesn't stop it now from being angry and trying to pretty much retaliate against you. Interestingly enough, at the bottom of the deck here is the Empress. Here is the Two of Cups. Here's the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands here. So for some of you, yes, you will have an opportunity to go into this very feminine energy of being able to celebrate. Some of you can expect the birth of beautiful children, businesses, relationships. There's a lot of new energy here. This is that Aries energy, okay? But somebody sent something, some type of attack out to you. I feel this spirit to attach itself to you, to attack you in some way, and it was shot down quickly. When I'm looking at this Knight of Wands, somebody, it's like I'm seeing somebody, you're getting away from whatever this entity was that was sent to you. But somebody, they sent this out to you and they were sitting back waiting for a tower to happen. And all it did was, there was no tower to happen because the cycle has been closed. And to this elderly person here, this Queen of Pentacles possibly, whether it's male or female, someone that you know or don't know, this person could have possibly been working with another person. Somebody here has been caught though. If this was like some type of matriarch or someone that has been sending this energy out towards you, this older Queen of Pentacles, whoever this person is, this has been caught. This person sent something out towards you. For some of you, they sent this towards someone that you care about, one of your friends, family members, or a lover. This is not working. This person sent some type of energy or entity out, and then they sat back and they were waiting for a tower to happen. What actually happened now, though, is look, the Page of Cups. But the Ten of Swords here, somebody sent this out to someone in hopes that they would destroy everything. And they may have done this almost like, what I'm getting here is like either someone wants to apologize, or you or someone you know, they didn't want to make amends or accept someone's olive branch or something. So somebody here decided that they were going to plot against the person. Okay, here's the Hermit and the Five of Cups. Somebody went within though and was able to see the truth about the plot, plan, the scheme, and the strategy to take someone down, take them out, hurt them, harm them, or leave them devastated. And this made someone become very creative now about how to move forward. The Five of Cups here. This is saying all is not lost. This is like their serendipity energy. You know, everything happens for a reason. Yeah, there was something here, a friendship, a group, a partnership, something here that has collapsed, but it's making way for someone to have the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the truth, the clarity here. Somebody here has found out the truth about a family situation as well. Someone here knows the truth now about a family situation, how this family makes their money. So all of someone's nasty secrets is being revealed because of the gossip, the slander, the tricks of these people's trade to try to take someone down. It is now being exposed. And what these people are doing is they're trying to block your third eye, your crown, or someone that is either connected to you or about to enter your life. This is being done to them. Somebody here did not want you to be able to see the truth. I am getting strongly for some of you. This is not happening directly to you. This could also be happening to someone that's in your life. But the people that's in this person's life, they have a problem with you because you carry the intuitive awareness to be able to recognize that there's a friend group or a family dynamic here that's very dark and sinister. They feel like you are a threat. They're upset about the mere presence of you being around because I feel this. There's a group of people here. I'm really picking up a family who has truly had an agenda to get somebody caught up, to scapegoat someone or to sacrifice a person in some way. But you came along and you're helping somebody to heal. And so they're moving away from this. Somebody is upset that they couldn't scapegoat a person because you were providing whoever they were trying to scapegoat with some type of love and light that has now put them on course. Some of you're being attacked because God allowed you to help someone course correct. For some of you, this is happening directly to you. And it's also happening to someone else in your life. Take it how it resonates. Like I said, for some of you, this has already happened to you. But now you're being, there's something here about you being a guide for somebody else. Some of you've already gone through someone trying to sacrifice you or whatever, even if it happened in a past life, and now you're serving as some type of guide to ensure that it doesn't happen to someone else around you. For some of you, if this is perhaps like a twin flame soulmate contract or, you know, whatever that you have with someone, you both are receiving attacks, either from the same person or group or just in your individual lives. And you have to finally conquer this devilish like energy of like this Leviathan spirit, Jezebel spirit. It's a lot. I feel like somebody has sent a lot of just negative, toxic, dark spirits or entities out towards you. This is a lot of very heavy black magic that has been used. But look at here, you're free. It did not work. You can rest. Four of Swords. You can rest here because the people that have been sending this to you, they're being caught up. These people are being blocked, bound, and banished from whatever they're doing. You're going to be able to celebrate with the new offer that's coming towards you. This offer for some of you could be a job offer. It could be a new friendship. It could be a relationship or whatever it is. But somebody here, they went the wrong way. And somebody is for sure headed your way. This King of Wands energy, this person is headed your way. I feel like you've already been located for some of you by like a counterpart, a spirit guide, an angel ancestor. When you thought that you didn't know which way to go, if you should move forward, go backward, stand still, you were being tracked by someone, possibly even like a love, passed on loved one, friend, a family member. Someone has been in the background watching you and supporting you because they know that you did a lot to walk away from a situation so that you can have security, stability in your life. It's no secret that there's some type of negative energy that's being projected towards you. Somebody has been projecting death towards you. And Archangel Michael has came in and said, absolutely not. You have passed on loved ones, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, the Most High God that said, absolutely not. You will remain in this peaceful, calm energy here. For some of you, your counterpart is protecting you. Or for some of you, Archangel Michael is just protecting you and your counterpart. Someone here has been waiting on the right time to protect you, is what I feel. I feel like for some of you, and I just did a reading about this 2 days ago, some of you are connecting with people just like yourself who are highly intuitive and very gifted spiritually, and they're very powerful, especially in the spirit realm. This hangman energy here, if you notice the hangman and the page of swords here, for some of you, either this is you or someone else in your energy. This person knows how to make sacrifices. This person is going through an awakening. It looks like this person, they're just hanging upside down, but if you know, this person has the key. This person watches and they wait and they monitor you to see whenever you are in any type of danger. And at that point, this person, they come in and they strike. This is an avenger angel. For some of you, you definitely have a very strong spirit guide, a strong connection to Archangel Michael. For some of you, your counterpart is like embodying the spirit and the essence of Archangel Michael. This person protects you at all costs. And yeah, here you have it. This is a lot of spiritual enlightenment between you and someone else, possibly. Or for some of you, you are truly being rewarded and recognized. You're carrying this high priestess like energy. All right. Something from your past, though, is being closed out. Also, for some of you, there's a karmic situation from your past is being closed out. But then I feel like there's a beginning here of another past life situation, perhaps with a soulmate. Some of you, there's a past life karmic situation that's finally being closed out, and you now are going to be able to connect with another past life soulmate, that your actual life partner. Yeah, because you're moving on to peaceful, calmer waters for sure. Yeah, so this new moon, I mean, somebody targeted you. The Two of Swords here. Somebody targeted you and they wanted you to be stuck at a crossroads, unable to make a decision, stuck, stagnant, or whatever. And here you have, look, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. I don't know who these two people are, but for some of you, you're dealing with, there's a karmic feminine someone here, somewhere who is shape-shifting. There could be two or more people that's doing this, but the Six of Swords here, yeah, this is, for some of you, you got away from a group. This could be people in your workplace, your family. For some of you, especially in the spiritual community, you walked away from some people. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, this could be an air sign and a fire sign. It does not have to be. They could be any signs. This could be anywhere in their chart. But for some of you, you have someone here who is the brains of an operation, and this Queen of Wands. They're getting something done here. But this is for sure some type of group, cult, coven, or whatever it is. These people here, your spiritual team has to get you out of here and away from these people. You could be, I'm telling you, a lot of you, it's just a lot of people that you walked away from on your path and your journey that's been feeding off of your energy, perhaps, and you were unaware of it. They're attacking you spiritually now because they want access to your energy. So they're sending, it makes sense, they're sending these dark spirits and entities towards you to break you down mentally, physically, energetically, emotionally. I don't know if I said physically already, but they even want you to be sick. These people want you sick. They want you down and out because it makes it easier for you to become prey for the devil. It makes it easier for their Leviathan spirit, their Jezebel spirit, or whatever else to be able to take over and control you. These people want you, I'm telling you, they know, look, Ace of Wands. Look at this here. Somebody knows Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles to Temperance. You have a very stable new beginning with the Page of Pentacles here. A very stable new beginning, bringing you a lot of passion because you are chosen. You are indeed divine. The Temperance here, this is like, some of you are, you were born as shamans, as earth angels. You're truly chosen. Balance, peace, and harmony is being restored in your life. And somebody is heartbroken by this. They are so angry and upset that they have constantly tried to put all of these monkeys on your back, sending you all of these issues, obstacles, and burdens, and yet you keep on starting over despite the fear, the anxiety, the paranoia. You continue to plant seeds and you're receiving good karma. Because a lot of you went towards God. You tapped in with your higher self. So as above, so below. For some of you too, it's a King of Cups here and a King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Somebody here, for some of you, you have more than one feminine or masculine in your energy. I'm picking up more so masculine. That could be male or female. There's two people who have been trying to pretty much like have this contract with you that wants to be a part of your life. One is not good. One is nothing but a lot of illusions. But see, the King of Cups here, this is someone playing on your emotions, watching you, stalking you constantly. But that's what the devil will do. That's what any type of spirit will do. It will use every outlet and avenue that it has to watch you, to monitor you, and to spy on you, to figure out how exactly do you react and respond to any type of emotional like anything that can throw you off. This somebody here wants to figure out how do you react and respond to spiritual attacks, to being confused, to whatever. This makes it easier for them to actually attack you, because a lot of you have a King of Pentacles that's coming in that's going to give to you equally. So you now have had to find the strength to blow the trumpet here, to call judgment on a situation, to return this energy back to wherever it came from, back to the spirit realm, so that God, these people are going to have to deal with the wrath of God. It's not for you, but you will have victory and success here. The Six of Wands is here with the Justice. So something will successfully balance out for you. And then you have the Emperor. You're being protected. Some of you are being protected by a masculine. Some of you, you're protecting a masculine. Some of you, it's all of the above. Take it how it resonates. Like I said, because I am picking up for some of you, especially like divine feminines or masculine. And keep in mind, divine feminine could be a man. Divine masculine could be a woman. Some of you are protecting a counterpart in the spirit. Some of you, for sure, you have some kind of hidden helper that's protecting you. It's like you're standing up for yourself, and this person, they're protecting you. Like somebody is making sure that your prayers are being heard. You could be a divine feminine. You could be praying a lot right now for a divine masculine who has been dealing with instability, juggling, feeling left out in the cold, because somebody here has for sure has had to remove themselves from some type of group or family dynamic or friend group or whatever, and they could be dealing with a lot of ups and downs in life. You could be trying to protect this person spiritually, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some of you, it's you're dealing with a lot of issues, obstacles, challenges, because you walked away from certain things. You could be in the middle of a divorce, moving, relocating, transitioning in your job, going back to school. There's a major life transition here that's happening because someone has walked away from something that they know wasn't good for them to go towards the light. And that happens. You don't just walk away from everything that you've known and you run right into a bed of roses. That's not realistic. Somebody here is currently dealing with karma. It's not necessarily good or bad. They're just learning lessons. Some of you've already gone through a situation like this, and like I said, you're helping somebody else get through it. But I feel that there's a very strong presence here of like soulmates and twin flames counterparts here, where you and someone, you're both fighting for yourselves, but it's clearing the way for you and someone to come together. I mean, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups that came out first. Divine feminine energy is all over this. So divine feminine, you will soon be celebrating. But I feel like you've had to do a lot of healing work and manifesting to protect yourself. And when people so often talk about it like twin flames, as you heal yourself, you're healing that other person. Not that your journey should be focused or based on any other person, but that is what's naturally happening. Yeah. There's a lot of retaliation, guys. This happens, and I said that recently. You should just start understanding that around full moons, especially if you're tapped in, full moons, new moons, they do a lot of stuff, and sometimes depending on the energy, it'll linger. The new moon was a few days ago, but whatever was sent out is automatically being returned. But you have to learn that in the meantime, in between time, don't allow this to stop you or to block you. You cannot be delayed. This is all a thing of the mind here. The King of Swords is here. You have to learn how to be more logical and know that you have power, authority, and dominion over all negative energies or entities that are sent to you. Those things, they will only take over you if you allow it to. So a lot of you are fighting back. 9 of Pentacles here, the 4 of Wands. A lot of financial blessings and breakthroughs are going to be happening for you. Page of Cups. So some of you, there's going to be some type of offer coming in. It could definitely be something romantic here. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles. Some of you are definitely going to receive an offer. Some this is romantic or something financial. For some, it's both. You're going to receive some type of message or an opportunity for you to have to be recognized, or you're gonna be able to like grow or expand in a company or a business because the Ace of Pentacles is here. So if you've been waiting on a job or something here, I'm getting something about paperwork. There's a breakthrough happening where you're going to get something that's going to help you with your security and stability for you to manifest a new life. The Knight of Swords is here. So the Knight of Swords is like something is going to happen suddenly. I don't know why. I just feel like somebody is waiting on like a piece of paper. The Knight of Swords is here. Here's the Death card. So again, there's a transformation. There's the end of a lot of delays here. But see, the reason why this transformation is coming is because someone finally had the strength and the courage to get out of this 3 of Pentacles situation. Somebody here was doing something for money. This could have been a family business. 8 of Pentacles is here with the 10 of Cups. Somebody here has been working for a group or a family. But somebody in this group or family was doing magic. And it was causing somebody to be discontent, bored, missing opportunities. Somebody here has betrayed somebody. So somebody has been a part of a family and they could have been sharing finances with these people or something. This family has been collaborating, teaming up against I just keep getting retaliation here. For some, this is for sure like something in the workplace, but this is like a relationship, a friendship, everything where somebody here, I'm hearing it was all good just a week ago. Everything was going okay, but somebody's true colors have come out. This is like, again, like nasty divorce. You're with somebody, you have kids with them, you live with them, and then all of a sudden when someone wants to divorce, you see a side of this person that you've never seen before. That's what I'm getting here. Like somebody here is going through a breakup or a separation, and someone is trying to make their life just a living hell because they're not getting what they want. But something here came in quickly that was meant to ruin somebody or end them. But what it actually did is help them to level up here. So what somebody did is somebody attacked a person. This could be you or someone else in your life or in your energy. There's a group or a family that has teamed up to manipulate a situation. For some cases, in more extreme cases, even do magic on a person that no longer wants to be a part of a group or a team or something like that. They wanted somebody to feel betrayed and to miss out on opportunities. So they completely backstabbed this person and cursed them to having a lot of bad luck. This isn't gonna work though, because God saw everything that happened. This is something that was done. It was unfair. I mean, of course, but I'm just saying, like, this is just, this could be happening to a masculine energy here, an emperor. Emperor, though, also is someone who, could own a business. Yeah, 10 of Wands. See, somebody here attacked a masculine. Bad. Like, somebody attacked a masculine. Attacked this person's foundation. But all it did was it made this masculine level up because the Ten of Wands, somebody here wanted this masculine to have all of these burdens here. This person received some bad news, possibly. Page of Wands with the Ten of Wands, some type of bad news, possibly. But right after they get this bad news, they're going to get some really good news here. So they're going to go from the Ten of Wands automatically into the Sun. See, it's like God has came in and caused some type of tower moment to get somebody to be removed away from a situation, because the Six of Wands is here. Whatever this group or this family or this company has done to someone to try to make someone have bad luck or a change in their finances, security, or stability, it's going to be exposed. The Magician here and the Six of Wands is going to be exposed. Whatever somebody sent out is going to backfire, and it's going to be returned to someone tenfold. So there's bad karma that's going out, but there's also good karma. Somebody here has been stealing from a person. Yeah, Page of Swords. Somebody has been watching and monitoring a person, trying to hold on to them. Yeah, holding out Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. Somebody here has been gossiping, spreading lies, doing everything to hold on to a person. Someone here is very possessive. But see, this Ten of Swords energy that was sent out, it's being stopped, blocked, and returned with the Wheel of Fortune. There's a change here. So whatever somebody sent out for bad luck is going to go back to somebody as some really, really good luck. And they're going to be able to celebrate. The Three of Cups. Someone here is going to celebrate because somebody sent some energy out to a person. And I'm really getting that this is a masculine that this was done to. There's a group of people that worked against this masculine to make sure that this masculine missed out on the opportunity. They wanted this person to feel defeated. But that's not what's happening. It's not. This only forced somebody to go into hermit mode, to see the truth about a situation, to start soul searching. And what comes after the soul searching is the Star. And then the Six of Swords. Yeah. Somebody's attack on someone, it completely backfired. And it cut the head off of this snake. Somebody here was sending some dark spirits out to a person to ruin their life, to sabotage their finances, their foundation, their love life. Somebody was sending out, just honestly, they were sending out the spirit of death towards a person. And they were using dark spirits and entities to do it, to completely, but I feel like all this made somebody, and again, this Emperor, this divine, this could be male or female, because this could be you, or like I said, for some of you, this is someone that in your energy, whether you know this person now, or this is just telling you what's going on with the person who may be entering your life at some point. Somebody here is going through hell because I'm really here. Somebody chose not to sell their soul. Somebody decided to separate themselves from a group of people. And this was 3 or more people. This is like a family. It could be in a spiritual group or family. Take it how it resonates, because it's not just one story. For some of you, this is you walking away from jobs. Some of you are walking away from, maybe you've been in a COVID. Maybe you didn't realize that you was in a COVID. I don't know. This is some type of teamwork, collaboration that you walked away from, and a person is very, very angry and upset about it. And they've been retaliating against you since you walked away. They've been doing things in the dark. So what this is truly is, just simply put, somebody has tried to blackball you. In the 3D and also in the spirit realm, someone has been sending death magic to you. Somebody is going, like, I'm hearing they're going to teach you a lesson. This is somebody who thinks they have power and authority over you. And they were going to decide to play God in your life and stop or block you. But see, you're sending death magic out. The head of this snake is coming off. Somebody's definitely sent like this Leviathan spirit energy. This was to weigh you down. Somebody here has been trying to. So if you're one of those people where you feel like you just keep stumping around in mud or quicksand, and you just can't get anywhere, this is coming to an end. This could either be in your life, or this is going on in the life of someone that's connected to you. God has, for some of you, put you in someone's life to guide them through this. because maybe you've already been through it. But the interesting thing about it is, especially if you know this person, you're helping them and they're helping you too. Some of you are learning a lot about humility. You're becoming like humanitarians because you're being selfless in trying to get somebody out of darkness and lead them into the light by doing the work of God. Because I feel that somebody here, like many of us, is maybe at the beginning of their journey and they're realizing that the people around them are snakes. We've all stumbled into that lion's den before and didn't know. So you can't judge somebody here. You're helping a person to get out of this before it gets any further. But I do see where somebody here, like most people, beginning of their spiritual journey, they practically have to lose everything. But this group of people has made sure that a person lost everything. This was to attack someone's mind and break their spirit down. You know, to make a person feel like they're broke and they'll never have love. That, you know, they can't move, they can't do anything. Because this group really wants, somebody here is protected. The pathway card. Pathway, toil and labor, great fortune, imprisonment, and coffin. Yeah. Someone here is being divinely guided away from people who were doing work that was possibly illegal. This is about to end. And I feel like somebody here is concerned that either somebody is concerned about how much you know. Mature man in the community. Yeah. You got a mature man in the community with a privileged lady. These people here have been on a journey where they've been coming up with all of this sudden wealth. They're concerned about how much you know about. There's an operation here, and somebody is upset. Like I said, this is just somebody has decided they were going to blackball you, or someone that you know. Some of you, this could be a past lover. They tried to blackball you, and they're also even trying to go so far as to block things that's going on in the life of a person that is connected to you. They just want you to be miserable, because the whole plot, going back to the beginning, is somebody just wants your third eye chakra to be blocked. You have to know that if you are way down and this entity or these dark spirits can overtake you, you can't see clearly, you can't function. That's what this the whole point is, to attack every area of your life so that you're unable to see clearly what's actually happening. And it gives these people, it buys them more time to make more sudden, they want more wealth off of your energy. There's a mature man here and a privileged lady in a community. All right. This could be a mother and a son. This could be a couple. All right. This could just be a business partnership. This could be any workplace situation, spiritual community. Take it however it resonates. But somebody here was placed on your spiritual path to either take you through this so that you would awaken, or you were placed on someone's spiritual path who was going through this so that you could assist them through their awakening. This is a part of your journey here. Yeah, poverty. Whoever these people are who've been getting this sudden wealth here in the community, they're going to be in poverty. And whoever they have caused poverty for is going to receive unexpected income. This is a family that's doing this. Somebody here was, courtship and family. Somebody here was possibly married to someone who has a very dark family, or they were dating a person that's in a very dark family. Somebody here is finding out the truth about how people are making their money. And there's a man out here who could be gifted, or is going through some type of awakening right now, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. There's a man out here who's going through a spiritual awakening. He's a person of high honor. He's seeing the truth about a partner in his life, a partner or an ex-partner. He's realizing, wow, this person's family is wicked. These people are falsifying, I'm hearing falsifying documents. These people are doing a lot of wicked stuff to get wealth and income. This person who is coming into this awakening, this is a masculine that this is happening to. This is a person here who is actually in the spirit realm. They are an official person of high honor. This person here is wealthy, but they've been in despair because of all of the black magic that's been done with it. Look, here it is. This person here has been working with a family that has a mature woman who has been causing despair. This person has been stealing the energy of this masculine so that he would, yeah, because he did. Listen, this is somebody's mother or mother-in-law, an aunt or somebody here. Let me just tell you, because I see the story. There's a man out here who has been in a relationship or a marriage with a woman who is attached to a very, very wicked family. He is going through a spiritual awakening now and realizing that his lover was always wearing a mask and false. But it is now allowing him to see that the way this family in this community here, the way that they make money or the things that they do, they could do magic, or whatever they do. It's not something that's actually in alignment. This person is now concerned about his new beginning. He wants a new contract. He's concerned. He could be concerned about his children. This could be someone here who is even concerned about the next person that they, date or marry. Somebody here is concerned about their future now that they have been tied to this family. Because this person may actually have to, I don't know, go to court. This really is some type of legal situation. Somebody here may have to get like a restraining order or some type of paperwork here. Okay. I'm also seeing too, somebody here rushed to get married while they were in bad health. Somebody rushed to get married. This could be the same story or a different story. Somebody here rushed to get married. I'm hearing shotgun wedding. Somebody here may have rushed to get married because someone was pregnant, or they thought that for there to be some type of new beginning, it would have been best for them to be married. Something here about paperwork. Somebody rushed to get married because of a child, because of a new beginning. This is someone that decided they needed a legal contract. Marriage here doesn't have to be a marriage. Somebody needed paperwork. They're bound to something. There's a legal contract here. And somebody now is seeing that because of this contract, it's causing changes for their new beginning. It's hard for somebody here to have a new beginning because of a contract. That's what I'm saying. You have to renounce yourself. Somebody here, until they get completely away from a friend group, a family member, a lover, or something like that, they're going to be in despair. There's a mature woman here. This is a family matriarch or someone here. This person here is the head of a family, and I'm getting like a family business. This person's daughter or son is connected to somebody that they are upset with now, and they are retaliating against this person. They've been stealing this person of high honor's energy. They want this person to be in poverty because this person has decided. This is like being married to a person and you all have a family business, and once you decide that you want to separate or divorce, the family all of a sudden, like they blackball you. They're spreading lies and rumors about you and just making your life a living hell. Somebody is going through that right now. They're being spiritually attacked and blackballed by a family that they chose to walk away from once they went through a spiritual awakening and found out that they was surrounded by a whole group of thieves and snakes. And these people are trying to cause a third eye blockage for whoever this person is, because their spiritual awakening is causing so much awareness where they're afraid of how much this person knows. And if this is not happening to you, if you're connected to this person, this family, they have a problem with you because they feel like you're telling this person something, or if you're gifted, you're helping this person to heal, and the truth about them is being revealed. Somebody here does not want this secret operation of theirs to be shut down, but it's already done. Because they don't realize that they went up against somebody who was chosen. These people, they get so high and mighty that they honestly think that after they've stolen someone else's energy for so long, they honestly think it's their energy. That was never your energy that you was using. So you're trying to blackball somebody's whose energy you're using without their energy, and you blackballing them, like everything that you have is going to collapse. So that's what I'm saying. Stay very grounded. Just let these people, they're going to have a major fall from grace. They are, because they're mad that they can't use and abuse somebody. And so on, like a spiritual temperature, they're sending out all kinds of death attacks. Somebody's going to get their head knocked off spiritually for doing this, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're attacking somebody. Somebody is trying to bind somebody, like spiritually destroy a person. And if you're trying to spiritually destroy someone, it's affecting their overall quality of life. This is somebody here who is just mad because a person doesn't want to go along with a plan, or doesn't want to be in a relationship with them anymore. So it's something here very, very petty. Okay, or this is like a company that's choosing to blackball a person because you know that they're stealing. You know, it's a lot of retaliation and blackball energy. But this is just the enemy trying very hard to attack you by also sending out that Leviathan-like spirit of, I'm going to weigh you down until it's easy to just suck the all of the life out of you. And no, be very careful of who you deal with, who you talk to, who you allow around you in your space, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people coming around you.
Give me just a second, family.
These are some practical examples of what I'm talking about regarding choosing spiritual practices based on our structure. This is really essential to understand, and unfortunately it's not discussed much in modern metaphysics, such as the concept of initiation itself, or the idea of spiritual transmissions that can be sent into a person's energy field, or what it means to work with thought forms, or what mind power is. We have access to knowledge that has been updated for the most recent developments in human consciousness and recent changes in the human energy field. So job one for us is to get an overview, to get a context of what is the way that So the first thing we need to be aware of is that every person has a unique configuration in their own energy and their consciousness. That configuration of the energy and consciousness leads to the activation of specific energy centers in their body more than others, and specific energetic connections and flows of energy movements from one center to another. This can even take the form of particular types of geometries in the body of energy, which have specific purposes and effects on the person's consciousness and energy. When we talk about structure, what we're talking about is this type of unique configuration of the energetic field and the person's consciousness that's related to their specific capacities and their current level of maturity at all the different plane and subtle body levels that we talked about before, the physical, the etheric, the emotional, the mental, and the higher spiritual levels. Your structure is the key to what capacities you currently have and your level of maturity on all these different levels. And in the same person, the level of maturity can be very, very different in different subtle bodies. So you can have a tremendous level of maturity in your mental body, but have an extremely immature emotional body. That's extremely common today. And it's particularly common in spiritual circles. We need to understand that this is what structure really is. It's the underlying foundation of all of our consciousness and energy. And it's a literal structure that's in your energy field. One of the first things that any esoteric teacher will do when he meets a person on the path, or a person that's going to be a student of some kind, is they will look into their energetic structure. Because the person's energetic structure, again, reveals their level of maturity, their present capacities, and all spiritual teachers know that a certain stability and crystallization of parts of the structure of a person is essential in order for them to be able to understand and work responsibly with higher work regarding spiritual realities. If you do not have a strong and solid structure, then certain aspects of higher initiation simply will not be possible until you develop those parts of your structure. Now, understanding our energetic structure is absolutely critical for initiation work. We've described the way that every thought that you have, every feeling, every impulse to action that you have creates particular energetic movements and activations in our subtle bodies. And this is connected to one of our core principles in spiritual science that we've mentioned multiple times before, that consciousness and energy are two sides of the same coin. They constantly affect each other. It's a two-way street, in other words. So that if you do work with your consciousness, that work will then reflect in energy movements and activations in your subtle body. And of course, the other part of this is that if you do practices based on energetic movements, so Qi Kong and things of that kind, that those energetic movements will change your consciousness. Again, consciousness and energy both affect each other all the time. And we can choose practices that are consciousness-based or those that are energy-based. But both parts are going to get affected, whichever we choose to focus on. We need to be aware that the spiritual practices taught in different spiritual traditions have been intentionally crafted by the teachers in those traditions in order to create specific structures in the subtle bodies of the initiates within that tradition. That makes possible certain types of higher spiritual development and initiation within that tradition. The person's subtle body is being formed through these practices in such a way that they can then perform the functions that are focused on by whatever that particular tradition is. And different traditions focus on different types of functions and abilities. One particular tradition will focus on your developing very strong healing abilities with the etheric life body. Another will do almost nothing with that, but will focus on being able to discern higher spiritual realities at the astral plane and in higher spiritual planes. Different traditions focus on different things, and they structure the subtle bodies of their initiates in different ways based on what the purposes of that tradition happen to be. Through our work in modern spiritual science, we can analyze the different traditions and get clarity about what tradition focuses on what strengths to develop through the practices that they give in their initiation tradition, that again create specific structures in the subtle bodies of their initiates that make their consciousness and energy body focused on particular things. Again, this is something that's not talked about very much in modern metaphysics, but it needs to become a common topic because it's absolutely essential. We hear a lot that all spiritual traditions are going to the same place. And that's true from one perspective, in that they're all going towards spirit because there's no place else to go. But it's not true that they get there through the same path, or that people have the same experiences, or even the same final result from working in different traditions. And we need to make informed decisions today on the independent path of spiritual initiation to be able to know exactly what we are choosing as our own path of creating structures in the subtle body and thereby creating our spiritual destiny. We need to be aware that many people, in fact, most people, on the modern independent path of spiritual initiation already have specific structures in their energetic body that they've brought with them into this incarnation based on the practices they've done in previous lifetimes. To be attracted to something like an independent path of spiritual initiation already shows a certain level of maturity in an individual. If they didn't have that level of maturity, they'd be attracted to following in a very dogmatic and narrow way, normally one type of external religion or another that they believe in completely. To actually become an autonomous spiritual being and be able to make your own free will choices and understand things consciously and be able to access the gifts and understandings and techniques from multiple spiritual traditions takes a certain level of maturity, even to be attracted to that. And so you will find that you have certain structures already in your subtle bodies that have led you to this level of maturity, and that will make certain things possible for you when you begin to examine these structures in the subtle body. Now, one thing that you may have noticed in your own spiritual development as you grew up is that the way that you perceived the world around you or you thought about certain things was not always the same as other people around you. Spiritual topics may have been of more interest to you than to other people in your environment or even in your own family. And so one thing that you might notice is that people in this type of metaphysical work tend to have a type of innate understanding of certain high spiritual concepts, such as the concept of initiation itself, or the idea of spiritual transmissions that can be sent into a person's energy field, or what it means to work with thought forms, or what mind power is. These kinds of things we have a sense of because we've worked with it before. We have a certain maturity about it. For another person who has very little interest in this and doesn't have the subtle body structures created yet, they don't really get it. They need to have a lot of explanation and they still don't really get it. So this is something that we can see in ourselves, that is part of our structure, the things that we understand innately that other people don't pick up on, and also the particular types of spiritual skills that we carry. That's part of our core energy blueprint that other people may not have. So what we want to take a look at now is then to go deeper into this aspect of understanding our structure about perceiving aspects of our own structure. How do we directly look at our structure and get an understanding of it? And this can also be done with other people. And this can be extremely helpful for us. The first thing we need to mention is the way that we have focused in this course on teaching you a particular practice that we've called the energy field awareness practice. The energy field awareness practice, or EFAP, as we have shortened it, is the practice where we develop the habit at the end of any spiritual practice or activity that we do, that we check into the structure of our own energetic field, and we just observe, how has the practice affected my consciousness and my energy, which could also be described as how has the practice structured my consciousness and my energy. So with our checking into the structure of our energetic field as a result of the practices that we do, this is an essential first step of our being able to recognize our own structure and the way that things affect us so that we can make informed decisions about what practices we want to do, and we know how the practices affect us. Because as we've said before, on the independent path of spiritual initiation, we need to be fully conscious of the particular structure and purpose and effects of all the spiritual practices that we do. Now, the next few stages that come after this checking into the energetic field are as follows. At the next stage, two of the simplest layers that we can examine in our subtle bodies to get a sense of effects on them are the etheric body level and the astral level. The etheric body level or layer is experienced when you feel vibration or tingling or density or pressure in the subtle bodies. When we say density, it means that a part of your energy body, like let's say around the third eye, feels more dense than the energy around it. When we say pressure, it's like something is pressing in on a particular energetic location in your body. And you can also perceive these etheric sensations in terms of heat and cold sensations. Not necessarily a physical sensation of heat and cold, but an energetic sensation of heat and cold. Then the astral layer is experienced quite differently. where we either feel or see in our own mental screen light and darkness, and also color. Those are particular modalities of the astral plane, which is, again, quite different from the type of feeling that we have of the etheric body. And so when we do energy field awareness, we can look into what we're feeling and what we're perceiving with the light and color in parts of our own energetic body. And again, this is also illuminating for us the experiences we have that are related to the etheric life body versus those that are within the astral body. So now we're becoming actually conscious of the subtle bodies and able to look into the structures created inside of them. The next level is that we can then perceive which exact energy centers of our body are activated or are sedated by a particular spiritual practice. So those energy centers in us that are activated will have increased sensations within our energy body of their energy movement and activity. And we can also have sometimes an internal vision of the types of qualities that we just described for the etheric and astral layers of ourselves when these energy centers are activated. Now, at higher levels, this can become a direct perception of how these activated energy centers then connect to particular spiritual beings, spiritual worlds, spiritual forces of various kinds. So that's how this progresses over time. The next stage is that after this initial work of just becoming aware of what presents itself to us when we empirically check in during the energy field awareness practice, we can then start checking into specific centers of our energy body. In other words, not just seeing which ones manifest themselves to our inner awareness when we check in, but we can methodically go through looking at and examining different centers of the energy body one at a time. And so the way to start with this practice is looking at what we call the anchor points. You can check into the energy center that's the anchor point for the I am presence that's in the very center of the head in the cave of Brahma. You can check into the anchor points for the astral body in the head and the heart and the hara, or the belly region of the body. You can look into the 7 anchor points of the etheric, which are what we think of normally as the 7 chakras of the body. You can look at the 12 anchor points of the physical body, which is related to the 12 levels of the physical body and also the 12 meridians of Chinese medicine. These are particular anchor points then that we can check into to begin to see how we're getting structured. Then we can also take a look at this in terms of the structuring effects on people's different subtle bodies themselves. So in other words, as we said before, a person may have a very highly developed mental body, but a very underdeveloped emotional body. Their emotional body may be very wounded or immature, which is why they fled into the higher mental body to be able to think and cope with things in the world without having to deal with those painful emotions. In fact, it's very common that even many Eastern gurus that are presented as very, very highly developed have very highly developed mental or higher spiritual bodies, but still have major issues that are held within the emotional body. We can then, at a next higher level, begin to do more advanced work that actually is most effective after we have done a training in sacred geometry, when sacred geometry is taught as an actual initiation science. When you learn sacred geometry as initiation science, you can start then looking at deeper levels of structure that a person has, and also energetic structures in the world that are based on particular geometric forms that have particular vibratory qualities and particular effects on consciousness. And so one aspect of this is looking for the geometric forms that are created in the subtle bodies through the structuring process. This can be something as simple as particular triangles of energy that are formed in the energy body, where, for example, 3 activated centers will be linked up together. Or it can be something more advanced, like looking at something like the tree of life pattern, known in the Jewish Kabbalah, and that has offshoots in other traditions, like what in the Daskalos tradition in Cyprus is called the symbol of life, which is based on the same basic pattern. And this is a more complex pattern of 10 energy centers in the body and their energy pathways of connection. So as we're looking at this next deeper aspect of studying structure, we can look for these types of geometric structures. That's easiest once you've actually learned what these geometric structures are and what they signify. And that's best done through a higher level type of sacred geometry education that is based on initiation. when it's based on initiation work, sacred geometry becomes what the Rosicrucians refer to as learning to read the secret script, because these are the actual archetypes or patterns that everything in our world is based on, and they connect us in higher level initiation work to directly perceiving the thought forms from the mind of God that lay down all of these patterns. And the final thing to mention here about our learning to perceive our own parts of our energetic structure, as we're giving these bridging concepts to more advanced work, is looking for aspects of our structure from the perspective of different systems of energy qualities in the subtle bodies, taught in different traditions. So, for example, you can look at it from the perspective of Chinese medicine, where you look at yin and yang energies in the body as simple polarities, and also the system of the 5 elements, or the 5 phases, in which all of these different elements in the body work with one another in particular cycles. And so, for example, you'll find if a person has focused too much on Kundalini practices and raising fire energy in the body, they may have ended up creating great difficulties in their own health and energetic balance by having burned out the water element from the body. And so seeing it from these different perspectives will illuminate different things that's going on in a person's energetic structure. Or you can examine it from the perspective of the 3 doshas of Indian Ayurveda, or from the perspective of the 4 different ethers in Rudolf Steiner's etheric physics that comes from the Rosicrucians. All of these becomes frames of reference or perspectives that we can use to be able to really understand subtle levels of a person's structure. Now, this then brings us to the topic of us making informed choices about what practices we're going to do based on our energetic structure. As we look at aspects of our different subtle bodies, and if a person has problems with their emotional body, for example, that our 3rd essential exercise, which is connected to illuminating our feelings and also the control of the feelings so that we don't have to externally express every feeling that we have, but instead we relax into the feeling and let it become integrated into us instead of being expressed externally in an uncontrolled and sometimes destructive way. So for a person that has this type of issue in the emotional body, that it's not well controlled, the 3rd essential exercise helps them illuminate it from the inside and to get it under control in a way that it serves them rather than something that constantly undermines their life. Another example of this, as far as our choosing spiritual practices, is that it may be that a person that is very spiritually ungrounded, but has difficulties in their everyday life, that they have not fully incarnated into the physical body, and they don't even feel themselves in the body very strongly, may be attracted to learning advanced practices like out-of-body travel. And what you'll actually find is that this is something they have a natural subconscious tendency toward because they're already partly out of their body. They already don't want to be fully incarnated. And so they're naturally attracted to learning about being fully out of the body and out-of-body travel. And there's nothing wrong with learning these skills. These are natural skills at higher states of development. But we have to look at what's going to create the most balance and harmony according to their current structure. If they're not well incarnated presently, then they'd be much better served by doing work of a Qigong type, where they work on the etheric body and they focus on the feeling of etheric vibration and being actually present within the etheric vibration in their physical body, particularly in the lower energy centers of the body, the ones that are in the abdomen region, and then with the energy channels that go down into the legs, all the way down to the feet, and to the kidney 1 point in Chinese medicine that's at the sole of the foot that connects us to the earth energy. So a person who is not well grounded, who is not well incarnated, who spends time opening up the lower energy centers of the abdomen, the leg channels, and then the channels in the feet that connect to the earth will get much greater benefits for their spiritual development than focusing on out-of-body travel at that current stage of their process. That's what we're talking about, choosing practices based on your energetic structure and being aware of this. Another example of this is that normally today when you go to a yoga class, the yoga class has a particular set of standard asanas or postures that they will lead you through in a sequence. It'll be different from one class to another based on who a person's teacher was and what sequence was that they trained in. But in higher levels of Indian Hatha yoga, The teacher is trained to be able to actually perceive aspects of the energetic structure of the students that they have, and they will then assign them particular asanas or postures, sometimes pranayama breathing practices, that are based on balancing whatever things are out of balance currently in their body of energy. Now, they do this based on concepts usually from Indian Ayurveda of the three doshas. And so, for example, if they have a student that has too much pitta in the body, too much fire energy, they don't need to give them postures or breathing exercises that's going to increase the fire in the body. They need to give them ones that will sedate the fire and help to increase other qualities. And by the same token, if a person has too much vata, too much air element in the body, they don't need to do practices that increase the air element. They need to sedate it and to increase these other elements. And so these are some practical examples of what I'm talking about regarding choosing spiritual practices based on our structure. This is really essential to understand, and unfortunately it's not discussed much in modern metaphysics. But for your independent path of spiritual initiation and for our new spiritual science, this is a really fundamental issue for us.
The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown is something that has been with mankind from the very beginning. Man's first instincts and emotions formed his response to the environment in which he found himself. The unknown, being likewise the unpredictable, became for our primitive forefathers an omnipotent source of boons and calamities visited upon mankind. The ancient Greeks believed in gods and goddesses who they thought had control over the world and of people's lives, and they prayed to these gods for help and protection, because if the gods were unhappy, they would punish them. As time went on, they started to seek explanations based on natural principles rather than gods as primary causes, and became the first natural philosophers, or what we now call scientists. Science has since then helped us explain many of these previously unknown phenomena, but it has also shown us how much still remains unknown in the vastness of the universe. Howard Phillips Lovecraft was an American writer of weird fiction born in 1890 who introduced the unknown as the object of fear. The novelty of his approach lies in the exploration of new scientific areas in which the possibility of new unknown beings hiding among the stars arose. The vast, infinite cosmic depth produces an overwhelming emotion that paralyzes us. Alienation, insignificance, fear, anxiety, and madness are all recurring themes in Lovecraft's work, and which he experienced firsthand throughout his life. It is important then to know of his biography. Lovecraft was an insecure and anxious boy who suffered from frequent illnesses, many of them apparently psychological. When he was 3 years old, his father, Winfield Scott Lovecraft, was committed to a mental asylum after a psychotic episode and later died of syphilis. His mother, Sarah Susan Phillips Lovecraft, became overprotective of him, never letting him out of her sight. Lovecraft's maternal grandfather, Whipple Van Buren Phillips, became a father figure to him, introducing him to classical literature, poetry, and weird tales, and ironically, even helping him overcome his fear of the dark. He became the center of his entire universe. Lovecraft was a precocious youth. He was reciting poetry at age 2, reading at age 3, and writing at age 6 or 7. He became an avid reader, and he would spend most of his time in his private library. The death of his grandmother, Robbie, had a profound effect on him. It sent his family into a gloom from which it never fully recovered. His mother and aunts wore black dresses to mourn her death, and Lovecraft started having nightmares of beings referred to as night-gaunts. They would snatch him up and carry him through infinite leagues of black air, over the towers of dead and horrible cities, until they would reach a grey void full of needle-like pinnacles of enormous mountains, where they would let him drop. He would wake up screaming. These creatures later appeared in Lovecraft's fiction. After the death of his grandfather, Lovecraft and his mother would be forced to leave their lavish Victorian home which they lived in and move to a more modest house. Lovecraft called this one of the darkest times of his life, where he saw no point in living anymore and considered committing suicide. However, his desire for knowledge and contemplation on how much there was still left to explore prevented him from doing so. At the age of 8, he discovered science, first chemistry, then astronomy. The latter would have a big impact on his future writings, gaining a sense of the vast universe and the insignificance of humanity within the cosmos. At school, Lovecraft excelled at all subjects except for mathematics, and in 1908 he experienced a nervous collapse while studying at high school. He dropped out and remained self-taught for the rest of his life. Lovecraft would develop a love-hate relationship with his mother. She would call him hideous and say that he hid from everyone and did not like to go out where people could gaze on him. He actually grew up to believe this, and there are reports that he would walk along the streets, hiding his face in a raincoat so that nobody could see him. Lovecraft was invited to a group of amateur journalists and obtained a renewal to live. For the first time, he met with like-minded individuals and felt at home. He became involved in detailed correspondence with many people and eventually became one of the most prolific letter writers of the century. Lovecraft wrote an estimated of 100,000 letters during his lifetime, many of which are as interesting as his stories and give us a deep understanding of his lifestyle and beliefs. In 1921, Lovecraft's mother experienced a nervous breakdown and was admitted to the same place Lovecraft's father had died 21 years ago. She died after complications from an operation on her gallbladder. Lovecraft again experienced a deep state of sadness and contemplated suicide. He eventually recovered and shortly met Sonia Green, who became his wife, and they moved to New York. However, they both had financial issues and eventually had to part ways as his wife's employment required constant travel. Lovecraft could also not stand living in New York. He felt alienated in an enormous city full of foreigners. His own detachment thus contributed to the general atmosphere of his writings. At his time, racism and xenophobia was not uncommon, and Lovecraft fell victim to it as well, but we must understand that he was a product of his time. Nevertheless, it remains a highly controversial aspect of his popular reception. In 1926, Lovecraft returned to his beloved homeland in Providence, Rhode Island, where he would live until his death. He famously wrote, "I am Providence." He continued living at the verge of poverty, and most of his great works appeared in cheap pulp magazines, many of them remaining practically unknown. Lovecraft's health was deteriorating, and after experiencing excruciating pain, making him physically incapable of holding a pen, he paid a visit to the doctor. The cancer had spread to his intestine. He remained in constant pain until his death in 1937. It is likely that he died convinced that his work would dissipate into nothingness. Lovecraft's traumatic life could easily have ended differently, but he did not let the dark times discourage him. They instead inspired him to continue writing. Luckily, many of his friends saw the value in his work and were determined to preserve his work. Today, he is considered as one of the greatest weird fiction writers the world has ever seen. Lovecraft's stories don't really focus on character development as much as the phenomena surrounding them and their emotions experiencing the unknown. The bleakness of his stories is quite refreshing, and few writers have written so poignantly. His writings can really shake you up. Lovecraft shifted the source of horror from the traditional belief in vampires, ghosts, and demons to the immense and unplumbed abysses beyond space and time. As mentioned, from an early age, he attained the idea that humanity is cosmically insignificant from his studies of astronomy. The universe compared to the infinitely small Earth and humanity's existence is so vast that from a cosmic perspective, human history, knowledge, religion, etc. is completely irrelevant and meaningless. Lovecraft emphasizes the fear of the unknown and unknowable, the fear we feel when confronted by phenomena beyond our comprehension, whose scope extends beyond the narrow field of human affairs. His philosophy is known as cosmicism, which focuses on the insignificance of humanity and its doings and the cosmos at large, in contrast to the anthropocentric philosophies in which many find intellectual reassurance. This form of non-anthropocentrism is crucial to the philosophy of cosmicism. The question of the meaning of life was better left unanswered. Cosmicism is a type of extreme existentialism, as it brings up the uncertainty about the role of humanity in the uncaring universe, an existential crisis on a large scale. Lovecraft embraces the truth of reality. Things are important to us on the human scale, but we simply don't matter in the cosmos. He described us as the miserable denizens of a wretched little fly speck on the back door of a microscopic universe. Lovecraft portrays us human beings as ants in the vast realms of space and time, an incomprehensibly large universe that creates a fear of the cosmic void. This constitutes a serious blow to mankind's self-confidence. After millennia of living in the darkness, turning on the light will make us realize that there are others living with us. He thought that there was a point in which we could not cope with scientific discoveries. The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us little, but some day the piercing together of dissociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality and of our frightful position therein, that we shall either go mad from the revelation or flee from the deadly light into the peace and safety of a new dark age. Scientific discovery in Lovecraft's work is both fascinating and terrible, and he sees in it not the potential for the enlightenment of humanity, but as the ultimate exterminator of our human species. Knowledge is a self-annihilating disease. The contemplation of mankind's place in the vast, comfortless, and cold universe revealed by modern science gives way to the discovery of unfathomable things which our mortal brains cannot comprehend. In The Color Out of Space, one of Lovecraft's personal favorites, a meteorite with an indescribable color crashes on a farm. It was only by analogy that they called it a color at all. As things from beyond the cosmos enter our world, they retain their external qualities to such a degree that humans cannot perceive and understand them. This cosmic malady, made of a never-before-seen color from outer space, upsets human perception and eludes all scientific explanation. An unknown force poisons every living thing, while people go insane or die one by one. Lovecraft's cosmic horror was achieved through devices that would, he hoped, feel completely foreign and unknown to the reader. This mood was meant to be crafted in unfamiliar and uncomfortable territory, a hard goal to achieve. However, cosmicism does not only mean the fear of the cosmic depths. In Lovecraft's stories, the unknown forces also lurk in the depths of the earth, oceans, distant territories, and in the equally vast recesses of the dreamlands.
Hello,
Oh, shoot.
hello Capricorn. Welcome to your love reading. Let's see what messages will show up for you. Capricorn, this is a collective love message for your sign. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your love reading. Let's see what messages will show up for you. Capricorn, this is a collective love message for your sign. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So please take what resonates and how it resonates for your overall situation, Capricorn. Let's see. Show me important messages for Capricorn regarding love life, please. Capricorn.
Important messages for Capricorn, please. Okay, so we have commitment, communication, open your heart, moving. Capricorn, you might be dealing with an earth sign like yours, so it can be another Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, okay? Someone here wants to talk about commitment, about this connection, relationship. It feels like we are connecting in this reading for you with someone who wants to put some sort of work, who wants to work things through, who wants to work it out. But it's about commitment. It's about, I feel that this is someone who wants to take this connection into the next level, essentially. For some of you, with the moving card, it might be a case that it is a long distance relationship. But it feels like this person wants to be closer to you. For some of you, you might be literally talking about moving in together. That's for some of you. It might not resonate with all of you. Something to do, in general, I'm getting that kind of vibe of regarding person who wants to be closer to you. And I feel it can even include them moving to be closer to you, moving, like if there is a long distance relationship, right, or situationship, they are planning here to kind of be closer to you. And we have open your heart. For some of you, Capricorn, it might be a case that you want to take things slowly, and you have someone here who wants to rush in. Because what I am getting, that very important communication will take place regarding some sort of situation, commitment, relationship. But it's like, I don't know if you are fully convinced that you want to kind of it's like, I feel that you are not fully convinced that you want to take this matter so quickly. Let's see whose energy is that. That fast, maybe I should have said, really. Let's see, show me about the situation. Show me more about the situation for Capricorn. Six of Wands. Someone wants to really be with you here, Capricorn. But I am not entirely convinced that you want to rush in this situation. To this, if you really want to rush in regarding this situation. What's going on? What is the side message? Yeah. We have 8 of Wands. It's not really a side message, is it? Queen of Swords and the Tower. There is something about property for some of you, because Tower can represent property. And we have this energy. So huge changes are on the horizon here, Capricorn. You might be dealing with Scorpio, Aries. Those signs are quite prominent so far in this reading. So we have 6 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and 8 of Wands. You are dealing here with someone who really wants your attention, who wants to win you over, who wants to have a success when it comes to this connection. This person has something to say to you, Capricorn, but it's like they are curious. I feel that they haven't they haven't said that. It's like they didn't communicate it, but they are thinking how to do it, because Page of Swords is this curiosity, and this person is curious about this offer here that they want to make, how you will react on it. But communication, it's coming, some sort of form of an offer, but it's a potential. So that's okay. So what I am seeing, that, for instance, you will have a conversation with this individual, okay? And this person might kind of mention something like, oh, they might be talking about the future. And I feel that certain subject here will be mentioned because they want to know how you will react on it, or an idea, because Page of Pentacles it's a potential, it's an idea, and this person here wants to talk about some sort of idea, and they want to figure out if you're really open to it or not. Okay, we have a Queen of Swords, we have a Page of Pentacles, and we have the Tower, and I see your reaction. Queen of Swords, I feel that, collectively, I feel that I am dealing here with a Capricorn who is very kind of straight to the point, no BS, tell me how things are, I want to know, very kind of constructive personality I'm getting. Then we have this Page of Pentacles and the Tower. So this is all about this idea that someone here has. And with the Tower, I'm getting that when this person will mention something, this idea, for some of it might be them wanting to be closer to you, therefore they will be thinking of changing their current place of residence in order to be closer to you, or even, it depends, please take it how it resonates. It's a collective message for your sign, of course, but for some of you, it might be indeed that someone here will kind of say, for instance, how do you feel about us taking this connection into the next level, and, for instance, moving in together. Something to do with being closer, okay? That's the general message here. And I feel that your reaction will be quite, oh, I didn't expect, it's like, I feel with the Tower, it will be quite shocking. It will be because this person will mention it out of the blue. And with the Tower, I don't feel that it will make you feel very comfortable. And I feel that's the bottom line. And that's why, that's what I was getting, that you might not want to rush into things. You want to take things a bit slowly, or slower, sorry for my grammar. Yeah, because this person really, it's hugely motivated to be, to win you over, to be in this relationship. They are very curious how you will react on this idea, And they have an idea on their mind, that's for sure. But with the Queen of Swords and this idea represented by the Page of Pentacles and the reaction, the Tower, I just feel that, you don't like being caught by surprise. You know what I mean? I'm getting that you liked things being just discussed, and I feel that you like having more time to think about certain things, especially something kind of significant as well. And whatever that kind of a idea this person has on their mind, I don't feel that your action will be particularly satisfactory for this person, in a sense that I feel that I'm not seeing, kind of any kind of let's say, argument or anything of this kind. But I just feel that you'll be quite shocked. And I feel that this person, intentions, again, they are very focused on you. They want to talk about this connection. Communication is coming in, and we have this 8 of Wands, which represents communication indeed. But I feel that your reaction the fact that they will say, or they will come with that sort of idea, I feel it might be quite shocking to you. Like, I feel that you don't expect this. And it doesn't mean that it's anything bad, that it's something bad, okay? That's or something that you have to kind of be cautious about. No, this is just an idea that they have, but it's, I feel that your mindset, it's in a completely different, it's different than this person's, okay? I feel that you are very down to earth. I just feel that the idea that they have, you will be quite shocked with the tower, what they kind of what they planning, or what they kind of considering. And it's, again, it's not about that. That they will tell you something, that you have to be considerate about. It's not that. It's just, I feel that you will be caught by surprise, and you don't like it, because what also is kind of showing up here is that this person might kind of want your opinion about it, meaning that they will be wanting your answer, how you see this situation. Would you like this, or would you not like this? Would you reject it, or would you not reject it? If it's not about, for instance, moving together, it can be about essentially anything. But with the tower, I feel that you will not kind of be totally on board with that idea, okay? And that's why I feel that, at the end of the day, you will just sit down, and I feel that you will be quite, maybe deeply inside, a little bit annoyed, because you might feel that, why this person is putting me in that situation, right? Why I need to, because when someone's asking a question, it's like they kind of maybe wanting to, to hear the answer. And the thing is that you have so many things to think about. It's maybe you've just met this person. It can be someone new with those pages energy. But I feel that that kind of idea, that potential represented by this Page of Pentacles, it's like, I feel, I'm getting that you will see it as it's an idea, but where is the practical plan? What about the practicality of all of it? Okay. And then the overall energy, we have the Death card. Yeah, I feel that, it will kind of, I'm getting very strongly that if you are about to accept this proposition or this idea of theirs, you've kind of deeply inside, you would know that certain things will change kind of drastically. Because if someone, for instance, right, if someone wants to move in, or wants to take this connection into the next level, meaning be an item, and I feel that, I feel that deeply inside you are kind of open for that idea, but not into something really kind of extreme, right? I feel that you want to take things slowly with this person. You want to get to know them better. And I feel this is too fast. Things are getting to, I feel that you're coming from the place, take it slowly kind of thing, kind of vibe. Because I also feel, Capricorn, that you don't want to resign from other things. And going very deep so fast in that kind of direction, represented by the Page of Pentacles, might mean that you will have to completely kind of adjust your current situation, your lifestyle. It's like it feels like a big decision, because the reaction is pretty big as well. But this is someone who just wants to kind of, find out with this Page of Swords how you would react on this idea that they have in mind. But they will be talking about it. It might not be about moving in, of course. This is one of those cards that's showing up here. And it's essentially saying change of residence, moving in with your partner. So for some of you, it can be literally this. But it doesn't have to be, of course. Let's see. Could you please show me this person's feelings towards Capricorn? So we have an 8 of Cups. This person's feelings towards Capricorn, please. Strength. You might be dealing with Leo. And we have 9 of Wands. Queen of Cups. This is someone who, yes, they have deep feelings for you, Capricorn, with this Queen of Cups. This is someone who wants to be seen as they're emotionally available, that they have here so much to offer on emotional level. We have an 8 of Cups, strength, and a 9 of Wands in their feelings. This is someone who is taking into account that if they go too fast or too strong, metaphorically saying in the brackets with the strength card, they might scare you with the 9 of Wands, you know. And at some point you might decide to kind of that it's not for you, and you might walk away with the 8 of Cups, because that situation here might no longer make you happy. You know, this is someone who's taking into account that they need to approach this matter in a very kind of diplomatic way, because otherwise, with the 9 of Wands, I'm getting here that this person is aware that you know, the walls will go up, in a sense that it's not that you don't trust them, but it's like if they're going to be pushy about this, you might kind of take a step back and think, kind of start thinking why this person is so pushy, why they want to kind of, you know, why they want this so much so quickly. And with the 8 of Cups, it's like this is someone who feels deeply inside that they might scare you and you will just essentially walk away. And they don't want to do that. With the strength, this is someone who is very attracted to you. They have very strong feelings, especially with the Queen of Cups. But it's like that there is something about this idea that it's like a very prominent thing here in this reading. It's a very specific reading. It might not resonate with all of you. And they are just unsure with the 9 of Wands how to, it's like, it's kind of energy of gambling, really, this situation, you know. They do want to ask you about it, but at the same time, this is someone who's taking into account that if they need to find, it's, oh my gosh, the energy, they need to find like a middle ground. And I don't really know this person, of course, but I'm seeing what I can tell based on those cards with the 6 of Wands, they might have a tendency of really wanting to be in the center of attention. Therefore, they might have a, you know, that kind of a habit of saying certain things, and then they have like a moment of reflection, and they are coming into conclusion that they should have not said this. You know, you might be thinking with someone who momentarily is speaking before, you know, before kind of thinking, you know, that sort of kind of vibe is showing up. They in their feelings, Capricorn, you have someone who indeed has feelings for you. They love you. They feel it's something about very strong bond that they feel that they have with you. But this person here, it's aware that if they need to compose themselves in a perfect manner, because if they go too strong, or if they say something here, they might kind of they might, it's not that they, yeah, it might be a case that you might kind of think, what, really? And at the end of the day, you might decide with the Eight of Cups that you want to walk away from the situation because this person is too pushy. And this person is thinking, well, if I'm going to be too pushy, then Capricorn can kind of, take a step back with the Nine of Wands. They will put very, very strong barriers here. And maybe even you will say, listen, we need some space. Let's keep the things as they are. But at the moment, for instance, you might say, I am not ready. Especially with this Death card at the bottom of the deck, you might be facing a period of transition. Many things are changing at the moment in your life. And you have this person who wants to take things into the next level, and you might like them very much, but it doesn't mean that you are fully ready for this, right? And it's like they need to understand it. And strength has a tendency that, yes, indeed, it can most of the time represent someone who knows that they need to approach something in a different way, that they need to compose themselves in a completely different way, right? This is someone who needs to, for instance, work on the skills of communication in order to appear differently. This is a card of diplomacy. But it also can represent strength as a mental strength, emotional strength. It's a very powerful card. But the thing is that this power has to be exercised in a right way. And if this person will say something or act upon, their words, the way they will communicate with you about this situation, a bit too kind of pushy, I'm getting that energy of pushy, you might actually kind of distance yourself, and that's what they don't want, because they want commitment with you here, Capricorn. They do. Show me their actions, this person's actions towards Capricorn. Two cards, please. Five of Cups. Actions. This person's actions towards Capricorn. Please, for the near future. The Emperor. So you might be dealing with Aries indeed. So what do we have at the bottom of the deck? This tell me. Okay. Two of Swords. What I am getting here, Capricorn, and this is very interesting, because this is a very passive energy in their actions. This person with the... Okay. I'm getting communication coming. This person is going to kind of put through this idea. And I feel that they just mention it. They will wait on your reaction. I don't feel that they will get much about it, but deeply inside, I feel it will shock you. It will be out of the blue. And it simply might be a case that you are not ready to make such a significant step forward, which is absolutely understandable and normal. And I feel with the Emperor, this is someone who will maintain kind of, pride. They will be like nothing happened. It's just like, oh, I don't feel this person would want it to even talk about this situation again, based on maybe your reaction, or even kind of for them lack of your reaction. You might say, when they come with this idea, you might say, listen, I need to think about it. I have so much stuff to do. I'm very sorry, but it's just, you need to give me some time, whatever, right? But I feel that deep inside this person will be quite disappointed. And with the Five of Cups, I feel this person will have a regret even asking you about this potential or idea that we are keep on talking about. But with the Emperor, they will maintain this kind of position of to be completely in control, someone who is not affected by this, or someone who just just don't worry about it. It wasn't an idea, that's it. But deeply inside with the Five of Cups, this is someone who will, I feel they will regret even coming with that idea, at the first place, because this is a card that represents sadness, reflection, or what if, and why would I've done that? This kind of ifs and why. And I just feel that they will not receive the enthusiasm and the answer from you as they might be expecting. But with the Emperor, they will maintain this kind of, like nothing happened. And with the Two of Swords, I feel very strongly that this person will not want to talk about the situation, at least in the near future, from the time when you will talk about this idea. It's like with the Two of Swords, they will block it. They will say, no, don't worry. There's nothing here to worry about. It's fine. It just it was just an idea. Don't take it, too seriously. Something like this is showing up. But deeply inside, I feel this person will be quite disappointed, but this is something that they will kind of face in their emotions. But this Emperor here, it's a divine masculine energy. Excuse me, male, female, please take it how it resonates. This is someone who wants stability, but there is also something about pride and ego. This person can be quite stubborn, but they know that they don't have here much to, space to kind of dictate anything, because you are here in completely position of power when it comes to this dynamics. But I feel them, saying, no, I don't, let's forget about it. Let's not talk about it. It was just an idea. Let's not pay too attention on it. Something like this, yeah. So show me the outcome. Interesting read. Show me the outcome, please, for Capricorn. This person regarding this connection, please. We have a Three of Wands. We have a Five of Wands. One more, please. Thank you. Nine of Swords. And we have Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Interesting that we have moving and moving on. Very interesting that this card wanted, that this kind of moved and showed this card. Okay. So Capricorn, we have a Three of Wands, we have a Five of Wands and Nine of Wands. For the outcome for the near future, I feel that at some point, this person will say something, okay, regarding this idea. In their actions, I feel that for some time in the near future, they will start kind of, maintain the higher ground. If that's the right way to say it in English. But that kind of thing deeply inside, it's like they would want it to confront. They wanted to know why. And we have this Three of Wands. I feel that they will be waiting on you, for instance, to kind of start talking about the situation, or even more, being kind of insisting of talking about the situation. But I don't feel they will get it, and this is where the Five of Wands is showing up, because this person will become more and more a little bit, they will feel this inner conflict, and they wanted some sort of kind of a explanation. But I feel that they will approach this in a not particularly clever way. Let's say it that way, because Five of Wands creates tension between people, confrontation, arguments and disagreements. And it's I feel that you can, I believe that all of us were put in a situation when we kind of dismissed something, and we thought, okay, well, if you don't want to talk about this, it's not that if you don't want to talk about this, it's like, for instance, this person, because that's what I was getting, they will say, oh, well, there's nothing here to worry about. Maybe if you wanted to mention something like this, or if you even wanted to say, listen, I apologize, but I'm not ready. I don't think I need to deal with other things. I have so much on my plate, especially with this transition card at the bottom of the deck. And they will say, oh, that's fine, absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. It was just an idea. Let's forget about it. Deep inside, they feel quite sad. And you might think, fine, great, okay, so let's move on, right? Let's move on. But in the outcome, it's like this person, it's like they do want to talk about the situation. It's like not it feels like, well, it's not a big deal because you still are attached to this situation. You know what I mean? I'm talking about them. And with the Three of Wands, it's like they will be waiting, kind of trying to play cool. But I feel that you will also kind of recognize that they might change a little bit of a behavior, or they might be kind of giving you a short answers, or they will be a little bit detached or distant. And then when you will ask what's going on, is everything okay? Being Queen of Pentacles, very caring, nurturing. This person here will, with the Five of Wands, they will say, well, I really want to know why you don't want this, why you don't accept this offer. And then that's where they will kind of let it all out, and it might create conflict, argument, tension between the two of you. And this is like an energy of self-sabotage, because we have a Nine of Swords, and I feel that this is their energy. This is someone who will hear something, okay? And I feel that with this Queen of Swords energy, Capricorn, you're not afraid to vocalize your opinion and just say it how it is. And I feel that at the end of the day, this person will regret that they created that sort of kind of conflict. And actually, at the end of the day, they might annoy you. And this is where we were talking about in their feelings. They need to be clever about it. Because I see you being, there is no cleaning energy. It's like, I feel that you like this person, you care about them, but you're putting yourself first because of this person, because of this period of transition represented by the Death card. I feel that a lot is going on in your life at the moment. Things are happening, and it doesn't mean that it's easy. Instead of, kind of having some sort of ideas, this person should really show support and help and understanding. But it's like the ego here with the Emperor will take over, pride, and they wanted to get to the bottom of it and kind of demanding an explanation from your side. And I feel that you will react on, well, I thought that we passed this, I thought that there is no issue here, that you said that, it's nothing, we don't need to talk about it. So this is how I took it. But obviously there is some sort of kind of issue. And with the Five of Wands, I feel that there is this kind of danger that they might annoy you. And there is the only one who will be losing sleep over it. And the thoughts of you will be keeping this person awake late at night. And it's them. They have to be very careful to not sabotage this connection. But I feel that at some point, this person just, it will be stronger than them. They would wanted to know why you decided that way. What, and they even might say, is this offer here, or idea not good enough? Something like this. I feel with the Queen of Pentacles as an overall energy, I feel that let's see more. We have the Judgment and we have Four of Pentacles. I feel that you will stuck to the initial idea. I'm getting very strongly with the Queen of Pentacles. You will explain to this person in a very kind of calm, grounded, down-to-earth manner why this idea at this time might not work out for you. And with the Judgment, you might be dealing indeed with Scorpio here, Capricorn. I feel that you kind of, what I am hearing here is at some point, you might even say during this Five of Wands energy, this kind of argument, I feel that you might even say, do you really want me to make a decision, final decision about this whole situation? Because it starts getting a little bit too ridiculous. And that's what I'm getting quite annoyed. Because you might feel like, well, you told me that it's not a big deal. And now you're making it such a big deal. You're creating drama. You're blowing the situation out of proportion. So what do you want me to do? Are you going to accept my apology? Accept my explanation or not? And that's Judgment. And that's what Judgment represents in this reading. With the Four of Pentacles, I feel that you are very determined to stick to what you truly believe. For some of you, you are all about stability. You want to create more stability for yourself because of this period of transition and that shift that might be happening in your life. And now this person is talking about this idea and making a big deal out of it. And you might be feeling, oh my gosh, do I really need to deal with it now? You know my situation. You know that there is a lot going on. What I want is just to, for you to be by my side, to support me. And you are putting me in a very uncomfortable situation. And the thing is that you said that it's okay, that, it's done. It's that we should not talk about it and that it's not a big deal. Well, obviously it is, right? Because you're coming with the Five of Wands energy. You're demanding explanation in a certain way. I feel that overall you will try to explain in a very polite, calm, grounded, balanced way to this person why this idea at the moment might be not working for you.